888-881-3429.
And we are bringing in my longtime friend, Robert Bradney, General Manager, Bender Realty, for a series of segments the next several weeks. And Robert, first of all, how are you, buddy? Good morning.
Steve, I'm doing great. Steve and Bridget, good morning.
It's great to see you. And you know what? This time of the year, school has started. We got football and high school starting this week, tomorrow night. So much happening in this community. And when I think of wonderful community partners, I think of Bender Realty. And you guys have got to be excited about this time of the year.
We always love fall. Spring and fall, of course, those are our better selling seasons, of course, but also just the community and everything that goes on, getting together and going to football games and all that kind of stuff, especially in the fall, is always a lot of fun. We enjoy it.
It sure is. Well, you have brought three of the agents from Bender Realty.
Yes. Let me introduce them. I wanted to start out with ladies first. Melissa Brown has just joined us, and so she's a new real estate agent, doing well, has gone through her contract training, and we're getting her kind of used to what's going on in the office and doing stuff. So she's we want to welcome her and part of Bender Realty. And then I brought two others. Well, Josh is not new, but he's fairly new, but he's been with us for some time, and he always has a great perspective on how he serves his clients and customers and things that he does. And then I brought Jim Metzger, who has been with us for a long, long time, and he's a second-generation realtor. His dad, Newt Metzger, was a great realtor and a great friend to us and to our community, and so I brought Jim, and Jim does residential and commercial sales, so kind of brought him just to refresh everybody, let them tell them what they do and what they like about real estate and all that fun stuff.
And what they like about you.
Well, of course. Don't get Jim started. Don't get Jim started,
short
please.
Conversation. Melissa Brown, we're going to start with you. Come on up to the microphone, if you will. And
great.
Melissa, what led you into real estate and Bender Realty?
Well, I have just got my third child out of the nest, kind of having a moment about that with him starting at Lee today. And my two oldest daughters had just gone through the whole process of buying homes. And, you know, one of them had been going through school and waiting, you know, quite a while for the market to be right and to kind of find out where her career was going to take her. And the other one wanted to live here locally. And it was just a real process. And they had some great agents and friends that helped them through that process. But I, as their mother, was also, you know, with them and behind them every step of the way. And I thought, you know, this was such an important step in their life that I wanted to help them and their friends and our friends and family here in town, you know, go through that same process and help them find their dream home to raise their families.
Robert, that's a great addition, it sounds like. Here.
Yeah, I think so. She's good. She's great. Now, Melissa, like I said, she's a longtime Cleveland native.
Yeah.
I've known her for a long time. I laughed. We were talking about how we met, and that's when our kids were little.
Yes.
And she did Shea Me, which was kids' clothes, and of course, my child had to have all of that stuff along with everybody. So that's how we met. And like I said, she's a great friend, great personality, a long time here in Cleveland. Her husband has a business here in Cleveland. They've raised their three kids here in Cleveland. So it's great to have her on board with us.
Well, Melissa, tell us how people can reach out to you and get in touch with you.
Well, they can call the office and reach me at Bender Realty, benderrealty.com, or they can call also my cell number, which is 423-790-4223. And I'm on Instagram and getting the Facebook, you know, connections ready, and I would love to help anyone, you know, in the process of either buying or selling any type of property that they're, you know, looking at.
All right, Melissa Brown, and by the way, probably the most agents you've had in recent times.
We've had a great growth this last year, and like I said, I really think it's not about the numbers, it's about the quality of people that have inquired about coming to Bender Realty and being a part of Bender Realty, and it just has been a great time. So yes, we've got about at least 9 new folks that have joined within the last 4 to 6 months.
All right, Josh Justice. Josh, how long have you been at Bender?
Let's see here, coming up on 3 years, so next month will be 3 years.
Wow, and I remember you came in very fresh at that time, and so tell me what's happening to you, buddy. Josh Justice, everybody.
All right, so I'm actually going to be having an open house this Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. over at one of my listings. The address is 1454 Benjamin Circle, so that's in Benjamin Crest subdivision right across from Target. Great location, literally about 90 seconds from Target. The views from that house, spectacular. You can see the mountains. There's a nice wooded area behind the house. You can actually see deer, all sorts of wildlife. It's really cool. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a little over 2,400 square feet. Each bedroom has its own bathroom, so that's really neat. And so in any event, in my kind of spare time, I do a lot of woodworking. And so make these guys. This is a wooden American flag. It measures in at 19 and a half by 37 inches, and I will be giving this away in the open house. And so just come on in, sign in, get yourself something to eat, look around the house, and at 4 p.m. I will be doing a drawing for this flag.
That is so impressive what you've done. And if you're listening on the radio, you need to go back and look at this on mixtv.tv later today, because that is really, I thought he had brought it to me because my birthday is July 4th. So I figured that was a gift,
Maybe he didn't know about that. We'll see
Josh,
what we can do.
No kidding, Josh. Let me know. Let us know who wins Sunday. We'll announce it Monday morning, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
And Steve, go by the open house and register, and you might win.
Jim Metzger always he makes sure I can't win anything. So hey Josh, I got a story about Jim in a second. But Josh, how do people get in touch with you besides the open house? How can they reach out to you?
So my cell number is 423-504-0814. You guys just look me up on Facebook, Josh Justice, and be glad to help anybody out.
Josh, great to see you. Now, Jim Metzger. So we've gone from newest
To the oldest.
to oldest. Jim, a long time, buddy, and so yesterday
shortest
morning.
to tallest.
Jim, I tell you, yesterday morning I was pulling into Southern Heritage, their branch over there at the Pie Center. I was doing a little broadcast.
I saw that. Yes.
And I looked over, and there you are walking like you didn't know where you were.
Because it was dark.
Well, it was dark, yeah. So I thought, well, I almost came and just tried to scare you to death.
I want you to come walk with me, but
Hey, I use this as an excuse. Jim Metzger, how long have you been to Realty?
26 years, I think. This year, I believe. Yeah, I've been there as long as I've been in the business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, what's happening with you, buddy? And get it, if you will, just a little closer.
Sorry.
That's all right. What's the latest with you?
Well, still doing commercial and residential. So anybody that's looking for, selling a home, buying a business, leasing a business, I do leasing and sales on the commercial side and sales on the residential side. So, been doing that for quite a while.
With your 26 years of experience, talk about today's market. And we hear a lot about this.
Yeah.
We read about this. You got people out there that are seeing different things, hearing different things. What do you say to those people this morning?
Just hang in there. It's always gonna change.
It'll be all right.
Over 26 years, it's gone up and down. I think a lot of people are worried about the interest rates, but really they're probably where they should be. Between 5 and 7% is a good market for interest rates. I'll tell you a funny story. When I bought my first house, I think in 1983, my dad said, "Hey, you need to buy it now. The rate's at 18%. It just came down." So think about that compared to where we are now. So we're not in a bad place. It's just just getting everything to smooth out a little bit, and our prices have gone up a little bit. That's been a little bit of a headache, but.
And as far as Jim said, he's residential, but also commercial.
Yes.
And we have seen such an explosion
Absolutely,
in this
yeah.
community as far as commercial goes.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really growing, and all you have to do is drive around and just see all the new things popping up all the time. So,
How do people reach out to you, Jim?
get me on my cell phone, 423-385-0585. I'm on Facebook, our vendor website. I'm pretty easy to find.
Yeah, my buddy, longtime friend, Jim Metzger. Jim, great to see you.
Thanks, Steve.
Robert Bradney, let's put a wrap on it here. Just tell us what we need to know.
And just want to remind the public right now, and we've been talking about this to our customers and clients, but the market has changed. So we have shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and it's a hard thing for some of these sellers to take once we've had these great prices and these great increase in prices and values. But the good thing about that, if people will think about it, most homeowners are sitting sitting on quite a nest egg of equity. If they've lived in their home for 10, 20, 30 plus years. So, homes are worth 3 times what they were back in the late 60s and 70s, 3 to 4 times. So you've got to think about that when pricing your house. And then in a buyer's market, buyers are obviously looking for deals. So they're looking for it to be priced at market value or to get a deal a little bit below. So we got to think about that when pricing. So keep that in mind as we go through the next few months and into the new year, that the market has changed, and we're trying to educate the public about that and prepare our sellers for that. But like I said, they can still make a great return on their investment.
Robert Bradney, General Manager, Bender Realty. How do we get more information generally about Bender?
Please stop by our office at 425 25th Street. Call our office at 423-472-2173. Our website is bender-realty.com. Also, we have full-service property management, so please reach out to them. Their phone number is 423-476-5518, and their website is benderrealtypm.com.
So that's the Bender nighttime.
That's the Bender
nighttime
PM.
website.
The PM.
So be careful when you go there.
Day and night.
Property management. Come on, Robert.
Well, that's what it is.
I know. Well, and we know Brian Workman works in the PM.
That's
instead of
right.
the AM.
He does.
I went to high school, Brian Workman. All right, guys. No, and I, we always get comments. No kidding, when you guys are on, and some positive, but no. No, how informative these are, and a lot of people are asking these questions. We're glad to have you.
Well, thank you.
And we'll
Appreciate
see you
letting
next
us be
week.
here.
This
Thank
is
you.
going to be a regular feature the next several weeks. All right, it is.